of you guys own horses? Well, I've owned horses my entire life, and I've been rodeoing since my 6th grade year junior high. So I feel very confident giving this demonstration video to you today. I'm going to show you how to get your horse ready for a rodeo. The materials you need are a saddle pad, some brushes, and a saddle, and a bridle, which is over there. The first thing you need to do is get your brushes. This is a curry comb and this is a soft brush. And these are used to get all the dirt off of him so he's comfortable and nothing pinches him. So we're going to brush him. You want to brush where the saddle lays, which is this shoulder and his entire back, and where the cinches lay, which is underneath. So we're going to brush him, and you want to make sure you get everything off, especially if there's any dirt clumps. After you brushed him, you are going to grab your saddle pad. And I use a CSI, and this works very well on my horses. And the way you can tell which way goes on the front is like the leather right here. So we're going to put it on him, and you want to make sure it lines up with everything. And the bigger part's going to be on his shoulders to protect his sensitive parts. And it's going to line up where the saddle pad, where the cinches are going to go, which is right here and right here. After you got that done, you're going to grab your saddle and throw it on him. Again, you have to make sure everything is even and lined up. So after you got everything evened out, you are going to throw the cinches over. And the first thing you have to hook up is the breast collar. And this just goes around him and over the front. And this just makes sure that the saddle doesn't go too far back while you're running. So you take off the leather part and you hook it up. After you get that done, you're going to put the front, you're going to put this over, and you're going to reach underneath the cinches. And they should line up about right here. This is about good for him. And you're just going to hook it through this, and you're going to hook it back underneath, over top this metal ring. So you're going to do that a couple times, but you don't want it too tight because we're not actually doing anything right now. Then you go and grab your back cinch, and again, you don't want it too tight. After you get that done, you're going to throw your stirrup back over. Now we're going to put on some boots. And since these horses are athletes, we have to protect them. And these just do protect their tendons and their front legs. And sometimes I put on back boots too. But we're just going to go in front of the horse and bend down and make sure everything goes where it's supposed to. So, and you want it pretty tight because, and then you're going to grab this and you're going to wrap it around and you're going to come back up. The next part is your bell boots. And these protect the horse when their horse's front right here when they're running, because their back feet tend to come up and scrape them. So these just help protect them from that. And you're going to reach around and you're just going to put them there. And then when I'm switching from leg to leg, I like to hook this part up. It's part of the breast collar and hooks up to the front cinch. And it goes like that, so it's all secure. Then you're going to do the same thing on this side and getting your horse ready. But you need to make sure you stretch them out. They do a lot of work. Pick up this front leg and you're going to gently bring it forward. And then the angle right here, you're going to match it and you're going to stretch it for about 30 seconds, usually. And then you just do the same thing on this leg. And I learned this from my chiropractor for my horse, so I know this is a good stretch to do. After you have all your stretches done, the very last step you are going to do is get your bridle. All different kinds of bits, and the bit is what goes in your horse's mouth. The very first thing you're going to do is the tie down. You take off the halter and you put it over his nose and over his ears. We're going to take the reins that you have on your bridle and put them over top of his head so they're already there. You're going to grab your bridle and you're going to put your bit in this hand, and this is called the chin strap. You're just going to bring it up to his mouth, and he's going to take it, and you're going to put his bridle over this ear. Then he has an earpiece that you put this ear over in. So it looks like that. And then you're going to take the tie down. You're going to go through this, and you're going to hook it where the same place you hook the breast collar in front of your front stitch. So today I showed you how to get your horse ready before a rodeo. And I hope to see you guys all at the next one.